Hi, and welcome to the Art of Spiritual Sleep. My name is Wendy Rosenthal, and I am your host, along with Kabbalistic sleep and dream expert Mordechay Balas.
Hi,
Mordechay, how are you
Wendy.
today? Hi.
I'm great. Happy to be here.
As always, we're always happy to be here. And this week's episode is called The Dream System. Mordechay is going to share a little bit, just the basics, the foundations for how the whole system works with around dream and sleep. I want to remind you before we get to that at the end of the episode, we have two features you will not want to miss. The first is the language of dreams and the symbol of the week, where Mordechay will share with you some insights onto those symbols that you see in your dreams. And the second is something to sleep on, which is some exercises and tools that Mordechay wants to share with you so that you can have a better night's sleep and more clear dreams. So you do not want to go away. And also, if you have any questions, we would absolutely love to hear from you. So please put your questions in the comment boxes. And if we don't answer them in this episode, we will make sure to get to them and answer them later. All right, Mordechay, I want to hear about the dream system. Talk to me.
So, first of all, it's really important to understand that it's important to know how the system works. In certain things, let's say your phone, right? Like you don't really need to understand how the phone works, but you do need to know how to operate it.
Right.
So we can look about two levels, right? You want to know um, what's going on, how to operate while you're asleep so you can get more control. It doesn't mean you really need to know everything and how everything works because it's not really practical. So today is more about really like getting the foundation of what is it, how does it really work, so we will be able to operate it in a better way.
So it's kind of like if you don't know how to download the app, you would have problems. So you need to know
Yes,
the basics.
exactly. So
Got it.
this is really the foundation. I know maybe some people have an association, like connotation for the word basics, like maybe, I don't know, maybe it's for beginners. So I would like more to use the foundation, right?
Okay.
Let's lay the foundation so we'll be able to get more from dreams and of course from sleep.
All right.
So the wisdom of Kabbalah teaches us that there are two realities, two realms that exist at the same time. One is the physical reality that we are familiar with. It's called also by the Kabbalists the 1% reality, just simply because it's really, and today physics approves it, it's really less than 1% of the actual reality. So if we look, let's say, at an object, let's say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So less than 1% is the actual material, the atoms, and 99%, which is the access to what the Kabbalists call the metaphysical reality, the world beyond this physical reality, is actually the movement of the atoms. So this thing, less than 1% is the actual atoms, the actual
Right.
physicality, and 99% is actually the metaphysical. And you can correlate it to anything else, right? Let's say even our body, let's say our body or our soul, right? So our body, as much as we might think that it's really a lot and maybe this is who we are, less than 1% is the body, and 99% of really who we are is our soul, our consciousness, our mindfulness.
Right.
So if you want to look at it in a different reality related to dreams, so obviously dreams are, they connect, they are the 99%.
Mm-hmm.
And as we go through the processes, we learn about the angel and how he receives it from the light. The angel Gabriel receives the message from the Creator, the light of the Creator, gives it to the soul gives it to the body. We're looking here at the process, or gives it to the brain. We're looking at the process, how the energy flows from the metaphysical reality into the physical reality.
So, do you think not just with dreams, but knowing about the 99% and that it exists and understanding that we are living in kind of that 1% world, it sounds like it's pretty important to know from every perspective, not just about dreams and sleep, right? Because we give so much value to what we can touch and what we can feel. I mean, isn't that the case?
Yeah, it's like the Kabbalists say most of the people invest 99% of their energy in the 1% physicality, and maybe 1% of their energy in the 99% metaphysical reality. But this is where the light, the energy, the fulfillment that we're really looking for is. I mean, this metaphysical reality is called by the Kabbalists the world of truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's called by and again, this is like a reality that doesn't have the limitation of time or space or motion, like even in a dream, right? You can be in more than one place at the same time, and everything happens so fast, and so many things happen, and the dream was just 5 seconds.
Right.
Physicality between 3 to 7 seconds is the average length of a dream. Some scientists say it's a bit more, but even if it's like a minute or 2 minutes, still, oh my God, it was so eventful. There's so many things going on. So it's the realm of answers, of clarity, of guidance. And the physical reality is the realm of questions. What's going to be with me? When am I going to get the money? Am I going to get the money? What is the doctor going to say? Am I going to be healthy? What's going to be tomorrow?
So what you're saying is that, I mean, again, I want to take this because it's such a big concept. I mean, so
Yeah.
in general, spiritual work and people who are on a spiritual path are, what they're trying to do really is to tap in more to that 99% world, right?
Yeah.
Because when we tap into that world, isn't it true that it's like, it's like those moments where you feel like things are happening in the like synchronous way, like synchronicity is happening, or those
Right.
moments where you go, gosh, where did that come from? How did that happen? Right.
The
And so,
magical moment, you think about someone and they call, you think about something and you get like a message. Oh my God, yes, I got a confirmation that this is what I should be doing. Like,
right,
how many of us would really like to be guided, not to even think too much, just to have a system that guides us, that tells us, I love it that I just put on the navigation app the address that I want to go to. And I don't need to think, to take right, left. I just need to do what the app guides me to do.
right,
Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have done it otherwise, like, okay, if I need to get somewhere, I'm still going to drive, even if I don't have the app, and I'll find my way to get there. But it's same with life. You want to reach something, you want to receive something in life, Wendy? Great. There's two ways to get there. One way is to start driving, start going, and hopefully you'll get there.
right,
The other way is, tap into the search engine called the metaphysical reality. You just need to know how to search, right?
right.
If you're looking for Chinese food, but you didn't say Chinese food in this zip code or in this city, you're gonna get like millions of results.
Yeah,
So yeah, you have to know that this reality exists. So the second way, once you know that this reality exists and you know more on how to search, you can get there easier, faster, you can enjoy more the process, it's more pleasant, you have more certainty, you're gonna get there. You
right.
just put it on the navigation app.
I think it's quite incredible. We talked a little bit about this in our last session about the fact that dreams are a spiritual tool, but we hadn't really, the whole time we've been doing this, talked about like what is spirituality, right? And I think that this is amazing because just even for a minute to have that foundation, to go back to that foundational concept that spirituality is really the work of tapping into that metaphysical space to help
because
you
because really
transform is important.
the truth is And God knows, and now the viewers also know, how much do we plan our session together, right? Not
Uh,
really, no, not much. We just start and we see where it takes us. How many times you had a conversation with someone and you didn't really know what are you going to say?
right.
And you ended up, this is an example from my teacher, Berg, you close the phone after 30 minutes and you think to yourself, oh my God, who the heck was talking? Where did I get this script from?
Right.
30 minutes I was talking. And here in a similar way, even life, every day, how many times do we plan our day and how many times did it go 100% according to our plan? I would say
Zero.
0, right? So you can't go with the manual and like, oh, this situation, let me go to the manual, let me see what I need to do. You have to have a search engine
Right.
that gives you the answer for every certain situation. You can't raise your voice at your kid every time because this is the right way, and then end up like, you can actually create a damage. But sometimes you do need to raise your voice. How do you know what to do, what not to do, what to refrain from? And life constantly throws us different curveballs,
Yes.
whether it's like big ones or smaller ones. And this is the reality. Spirituality is practicality. Practicality.
That's
I
mind
want to,
blowing because most
being a
people think
spiritual
not.
person is not just meditating, which is beautiful, and connecting and being in tune. Being spiritual is learning to bridge between those two realities.
And again, the fact that sleep and dreams is like such a major bridge,
Yeah.
right?
And,
That's
and
why
by
we
the
want.
way, I can't tell you how many times people came to me and said, I dreamt about 9/11 before it happened, a day before it happened. I dreamt about this assassination a day before it happened. So what does it mean? What do you want to know? You want to get an answer that you're spiritual? Oh my God, you have psychic powers? Or maybe the reason you got this message is because the creator and the universe is trying to tell you that there's something that you can do about it.
Right.
To tilt the scales, to remove the damage, to minimize the damage, or even not to happen at all.
So it's so interesting because we know that this is being seen by many other people, some who might be on a spiritual path and some who may not be, some who may be on the spiritual path that you've chosen, some who may not be. What I think is so fascinating is the fact that the creator, the way the universe is set up, the system, let's not even call it the dream system, but the system in general allows that every single human being, every soul in this world has this ability through their sleep and dreams to have one tool where if they do nothing else, right, they have the ability to connect to that metaphysical world. And I think that is worth noting, don't you? That it's like, it doesn't matter what you believe in, you go to sleep and you dream.
Yes, because spirituality is universal and dreams are universal. Everyone dreams. There's no one person that, like, maybe they don't remember the dreams, right? But everyone dreams, just like everyone has a soul. And, as much as you want to believe there is a higher force, or maybe you're still skeptical about it, you know what? That's fine. It's part of your journey. But there are certain things you cannot deny, like this reality that you are sleeping, you cannot deny that,
Right.
and you're dreaming. And
Exactly.
you want to be able to be, even to, this is again spirituality, we said it's practicality. You want to be able to reach a state of mind that even during the day something happens, and because of that thing that happens, you remember a dream that you had last night and you know what to do.
Exactly. And I think that's it's the most universal spiritual tool there is.
Yeah,
Which
pretty much. Yeah, I
it,
can't think about anything else. Maybe water, maybe water, like the power of water, like people take showers, they take baths, maybe water. Again, in each one of the elements, I would say dreams are more connected to the air element,
mm-hmm.
but like in food, or everyone eats,
Mm-hmm.
everyone drinks, everyone sleeps, right? These are three things, and everyone is breathing.
Right.
So take all of this together, and there's spirituality in each one of them. So that's why you have breathing techniques and breathing workshops. That's why you have like different workshops about how to grow your own food and how to buy the food that is good for you. And there are thousands of books and sessions about how to eat properly and how to eat healthy. And same goes with water, the importance of water, the importance of drinking a lot, half of your body weight, and so on. So you can see in all of those segments that spirituality exists.
And in a universal way. And this is why I'm really hoping that, you know, people who are watching share this, because it's something where your belief system, your faith system, your spiritual system, it doesn't matter. We
Right.
all sleep, we all dream, and we want to get the most out of it. So Mordecai, so tell us a little bit about, like, you know, when we say the dream system, like you've talked a little bit about how the dream goes from here to here to here. Can you share a little bit more of like what that structure looks like in preparation for what we're going to be talking about in the next coming weeks?
It's a good question. So there is a system, and again, I don't want to overwhelm everyone with like too many details, but the idea is really that are even within the spiritual realm, there are different layers. It's called in Kabbalah sephirot, or emanations. So the way that the system operates is really coming, again, if we correlate it to the system on how the light, how the energy flows. So everything is comprised out of 10 levels, 10 sephirot, 10 emanations. And the highest one is called Keter, which is the crown. And this is where the creator, the light of the creator, is communicating through this structure. This is like the seed level.
Mm-hmm.
So this is from the Keter, and it's coming down to the level of Chokhmah, which is the second emanation. And as it trickles down, it meets the angel Gabriel. And those angels are related to the third emanation from the top all the way down. So Gabriel is in charge to receive it from the upper two levels, and then he brings it down to the level of the soul.
Okay.
Our soul is, I would say, the connected to the six emanations between the physical reality and those upper three levels. And then the soul brings it to the body, which is the 10th emanation, the brain, the energy of Malchut, which is manifestation. So you could see how every process in life, you can correlate it to those 10 levels.
Okay.
And we will see more and more in the future episodes how those emanations interact with each other, how the soul interacts with the body, how the soul interacts with the angel Gabriel, and more of
And
that.
and also how to work your way up through sleep,
Right.
through
So
those
that so
levels.
yeah, so talking about this, it's already like moving forward, but the idea is really to be able, we are like pilots. Like a good pilot doesn't fight the storm. A good
Right.
pilot flies above the clouds. So what we want to do, imagine that this is the physical reality, right? And imagine there's like a barrier between those two realms, because if there wasn't a barrier, then anytime we would ask a question, boom, we would get the answer. And to keep the game interesting and to make us feel that we're making an effort, that we're earning it, there's a barrier between the metaphysical and the physical reality. And what we want to do when we go to sleep is to be able to go above the barrier and
Okay.
connect to the metaphysical reality. That thing above the barrier is called the emanation of Yesod, and this is the bridge between the metaphysical and the physical, This is where all the dreams are funneled through to the physical reality. And this is also where Yosef HaTzadik, Joseph the Righteous, who is the chariot for that beautiful energy, is residing or communicating with us through that. So when you go through a dream, Kabbalistic dream interpretation, what the dream interpreter does, they go for a moment above the barrier, they see your dream, and then they bring you back the interpretation.
Wow. I think there's a long way for us to get from here to that, where somebody can do that.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a
A
teaser.
glimpse.
Yeah.
Well, so, and I just want to say that this, again, was really important for us to share with you, the viewers, because without this foundation and understanding a little bit how that whole system operates, it'll be hard in the future to kind of really see as we get deeper and deeper, you'll want to have that language. So
until now, we spoke about the importance of dreams, the value of dreams, but you might ask at a certain point, okay, so how do I connect with it? Yeah, you gave me already tools that I can use, but how do I connect with it? Where we start with laying the foundation. You need to, not just to understand, you need to know. Knowing, as our teacher, Rav Berg, teaches us, knowing is information plus consciousness. So when I say I know the system, it means I have the information about it, but I can also inject the consciousness. So we want you to be able, first of all, before you go to sleep, to be able to understand what's happening when I'm going to sleep. My soul is going above the malchut, above the physical reality. What's happening when I dream? My soul goes to the upper levels, and the light trickles down through the angel Gabriel, gives it to me. It's a deeper layer of understanding. Gives it to my soul, and then my soul goes back to the physical reality, to my body. So it's important that we know it for before we go to sleep. It's important we know it after, and it's also important we know it during and after. After, because when you wake up, then you're thinking, oh, let's say someone had a nightmare. If they understand now that nightmares take place because you just couldn't, the soul couldn't go above the curtain. So it experienced a stormy weather. So it's like being brought like immediately, oh, what happened? And people freak out because they had a nightmare. But why are you freaking out? You just couldn't elevate above the barrier.
Don't give it all away yet. Don't give it all away.
Yes, I'm just, I can't hold myself from sharing.
I know. All right. Well, listen, this has been really insightful, and it's a great foundation for what's to come. But we want to now move to the language of dreams, because this part of it is also going to be in balance with what you've been talking about, what you will be talking about. And today's symbol of the week is?
A relative that has passed away.
Appears in your dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is something relatively very common, especially if the individual that dreamed had a special connection to that individual. So this requires a little bit of introduction. The idea behind it is that in the upper worlds, and you can learn more about it in the movie Astral City, A Spiritual Journey. It's in Portuguese with English subtitles. So I think you can manage. Very insightful. My teacher, Karen Berg, said that this is really how it operates in the upper worlds. And this movie describes the journey of a soul that passed away, and it writes a diary. And an individual named Chico, who lived in Brazil, he passed away not so long ago, he wrote down everything that the soul wrote in the upper worlds. He wrote 15 books, and one of them became a movie. And in the movie, he describes how the souls communicate with the loved ones that they left in the physical reality. There are different ways. It's according to their credit. So how much they shared and how much they've given throughout their lives. and if there are people praying for them and elevating their soul, that's how much credit they have. And when they go there, there's like a shop in the 99% realm, in the metaphysical reality, that they go and they choose, according to the credit, what method they want to communicate with through, and what's the message they want to give. So more powerful souls, they get to actually appear physically in a vision in front of someone. Souls that have less of credit might move objects, or something will fall, or like more elevated will use animals. And the more you elevated, dreams is like the third level.
Okay.
It's just the level, the level just before physically appearing, or giving like straight message, or hearing something in the ear, or feeling something in the body. It's like as close to the physicality. So people who passed away and use dreams know, first of all, that they have great credit in the upper worlds, that they can use it. Having said that, when we dream about someone that passed away, if it's within the first year of their passing, there's even more significance to that, because the soul is still finding its place in the upper worlds. It's still going through a process. If it's after a year, it's more settled, like they already have a clear communication. So having said that, this introduction, the idea is that when a soul comes from the other side, giving you a message or coming to you, it's actually, it has different understandings. Number one is that it's actually showing you that you are connected, showing you that you are loved by this person, or by other soul that maybe send this soul to give you the message. It's showing you that you are important to them, and this message is also important. Usually, I would say almost 100% of the times, when you have a dream about someone that passed away, it's very much a true dream, a true message. So you
Okay.
want to take this seriously. Now, if it's divided to two main parts, if a person that passed away gives you something in a dream, it's actually a good thing. They want to give you a gift. They want to grant you something. If they try to take something, even if they hug the individual or they kiss the individual, they might try to, it's actually a sign, a sort of a warning sign that something, again, there's a struggle in the upper world. They try to take something, something is probably might be taken away, to pay attention. You really want to take this seriously, and you want to, and it depends also what they gave or what they try to take. And sometimes it's just a message, but even if it's a message, it's something that they gave you. If you saw them smiling, if you saw them dancing, if you saw them young, these are all great things. So just to summarize it, the idea is that the message, it's like already someone that already showing you, we are taking this seriously, we came to you, you are loved, you are important to us, you are important to the Creator. That's why we invest so much in giving you this message. And please do the max, everything that you can about it. Don't
Okay.
just dismiss it.
Great. Thank you for that. And what are we giving people to sleep on this week?
So this is again building the foundation, because we're going to use it later on when it comes to dream interpretation. So we want already to start to train you. So we would like you to do, at least for this coming week, to pay close attention to the dreams that you're having, and especially to their quality. And when you wake up in the morning, if you remember the dream, or at least parts of the dream. Try to make like a note, journal or record, however works for you. I had this night, that date, or that day, I had a certain dream. And I would say between 1 to 10, how big was the quality of the dream? How strong was the quality of the dream? So 10 would be like the best quality. Quality means how clear it was, how simple it was, how straightforward it was. This is, I would say, the main three things in terms of
Okay.
quality. And we're going to use it later on for the dream interpretation.
Right, and we also want you to feel like you can map your progression as you stick with us through these episodes, and we give you more and more tools. The idea is that you should start seeing the quality of your dreams going up and up more
Yes.
consistently. Okay.
And I have to say, by the way, that I'm never surprised by the dreams that people are having, including myself, but I'm always amazed how the power of the Creator works, because really, this is just beautiful. You know, even Saturday night, I went to sleep and I had this thought, like, I really want to share a specific thing, and I really want to share it. God, you know I really want to share it. And of course, I use different Kabbalistic tools. And when I woke up in the morning, I remember a beautiful dream. It was clearly the confirmation that don't worry, you're going to get it so you can share it. So it's just amazing. I hope you already seen it. Not hope, I desire that everyone is already using it and seeing the improvement in this aspect of your life. It's so important to improve our sleep and as a result also our dreams.
Thank you so much, Mordechay, for this week's insight. It's truly amazing, and we all appreciate it. If you are wanting to find out more about sleep and dreams, and knowing that Mordechay does dream interpretation and sleep coaching, you can reach him at dreams@kabbalah.com. All of the content that we share, including this vidcast, can be found on our Facebook page, which is The Art of Spiritual Sleep, and also on Instagram at Art of Spiritual Sleep. We thank you for joining us again. We will see you each and every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Until then, we truly hope that you sleep well and you dream even better.
Good night and sleep tight.